Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a nice start to their week. We are gonna jump back into Snake. So last time we got it into actually a pretty good state. There's just a couple things I want to add, and then I kind of want to just make it more chaotic. That seems like it's gonna be fun. All right, there's a slight. No, there's not a problem. Okay. Oh gosh, I almost died. Okay, so definitely needs to be more. Okay. There needs to be more that spawn. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so there's a couple things that are going on here. Number one is purely the fact that there's a bunch of errors. And then we also just need to do some balancing in the game to make it so that way it's a little easier to get things. Because yeah, those first couple are super hard to get because they're so slow. That is unfortunate timing. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Now we're elongating now. Here we go. Here we go. Nope. All right, we're shrinking again. There we go. Come on, give me a pink one. Give me a pink one. Okay, purple, purple. Okay, that was unfortunate timing. And now nothing's spawning. Okay, this is interesting. Why is nothing spawning? Okay, I'm gonna look at the grid real quick. Okay, so also it turns out there's a bunch of errors we gotta fix too. They're not apples or snakes. None of these are apples or snakes. Very interesting. I don't know why there's nothing spawning anymore. That's weird. Let's look at this error, see where this is coming from. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. This one right here. It is saying object reference not set to an instance of an object. So my guess is when it does get instantiated object, it's returning null. What if I did that, took this off, and did this as game object? All right, cool. So game object, and then this, it should log that no game object on this square at S. Okay. So that's what it should do. Let's see if that's what it does. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Started and stopped it. Whoops. Let's hit pause. Okay, so no game object on. Oh, so there's not even an X and Y? What? Oh, okay. So there's no tile is what's going on. Alright, let's pause this, and I actually want to print no game object on tile at vector 3 int xy. Alright. Let's test this out. I'm curious to where it's like where it's trying to send them. Okay, so no game object at -2, 11, 0. There should be. Okay, let me see. It might be that all of these are... Okay, so I think all of them are edge cases. Maybe not. Is -13 an edge case? I don't remember. Okay, so no, it's not edge cases. Oh, we're getting long now. We're getting lanky. We're getting lanky. We're just playing now. We're just playing. Okay, but now everything stops spawning now. Oh, that's why. I forgot about that. It's because... Where's the tile manager? Tile handler? Yeah, it does it for 100. And not forever. That's why. Okay, that checks out. Let's go back. Oh, no, I wanted to see these errors again. Whoops. Okay. It's fine. What I'm really gonna do is the real way to do this is to put a break statement there. That's the way to do it. Alright, so let's go ahead and play. Break statement. So what is x and y? X is 1, y is 11. tile map size is 28, 22. Why is the origin at -14, -11? How did we get to that point? Did I set that? I don't think so. I mean, either way. Get tiles should not be returning null. Like TM. Position -14, -11, 0. Size 22, or 28, 22, 1. Oh, I think this means that the origin is -14, -11, and then it goes 22. Hold on, let me whiteboard this. Hold up. New. Alright, it's gonna be bright, guys. Hold on. It's gonna be bright. Okay. I need to be white. So I think, oh my gosh. Okay, that was horrendous. Okay, so I think what it's saying is like the grid is like this, right? And this is where the snake starts, in the middle-ish. That's 0, 0 technically, though. I shouldn't have drawn it like this, actually. Draw it like this. Right, I think this gives a better scenario. Like, this is 0. And this is 0. And then they're saying the origin is what? -14, -11? -14. Oh wait, hold on, no, that's the wrong way. -11, -14. And it goes 28, 22. Which I believe that means it goes to 27. No. I believe it goes to 13 and no, 13 and 10. Right? Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's 10. And there's 10 plus 11 on this side. But you have to count the 0 as well, so yeah. And then what is this XY position? 1, 11? Right. 111 does not fall in here. 111 would be up here. I think there is a mix-up between the X and the Y. Where is this coming from? That doesn't tell me. call stack. Should be call stack. This is get tile. It would be from here, which comes from here. Which comes from here. Oh, okay. But this I know comes from here, right? Ah ha ha ha. There we go. Hopefully that's the problem solved. I think it should be. I don't know why it wouldn't be the problem solved. But honestly, I never know what's going on, so I don't know why I say that like I should be surprised. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, let's try this again. And there shouldn't be any errors this time. I figured that's what it was. Some sort of, oh gosh. Oh, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're fine. Okay, so this makes sense. So this means there's a slightly more, means there's slightly more that are spawning in, which is good. There still needs to be more though, man. There still needs to be more. Oh, I lost. Okay, that's fine. Where is this coming from? It's still coming from here. Negative 511. Why are we getting an 11? Right, because get height is 22, or it should be 22, right? Because it's 28 by 22. So divide that by 2 is 11, minus 1 is 10. So it shouldn't be going over 10. But it appears that it is. Interestingly enough. Okay, let's try this one more time. I thought that was going to be good. It was not. But... negative 13. Why are we getting a negative 13 as the height? Okay, let me try. Hold on. Yeah, that makes no sense. Specifically because we saw that. We saw exactly what those values are. So I don't know why it's not. I don't know what's going on here. Let's go back to the locals. Y is 11. Shouldn't be 11. So I understand why it's erroring out, but I don't understand how it's getting 11. $28, $22, $1. Bruh. Guys, that's such a fumble. Such a fumble. That's embarrassing. Oh. I put height as X and width as Y. I knew there was a mix-up, bro. I knew there was a mix-up somewhere. Like, that just made sense to me. I just didn't see it at first. Whoops. Where do you wanna? Oh. Cool. That was so brutal. Okay, now what else did I want to fix? These apples should spawn more. What if you do like every 1/8 of a second, or every 8/10 of a second, every 4/5 of a second, whatever you want to call it, and then just vary it by like 0.4 maybe. See how that works. I can't wait till there's just like apples everywhere. The entire screen is just flooded with apples. Okay, wait, hold on. That was really poor execution. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now we're cooking. Yo, that was a twofer. Guys, we're on fire now. We're on fire. We just gotta wait it out. No, we are not apparently waiting it out. There we go. We're back on track. Back on track. It gets so fast. We definitely gotta turn down the speed as it gets faster. What if we made it so you never lose? Oh gosh. I'm curious. So instead of like when you run into yourself, you just like eat that part of yourself. You lose everything behind that one. That would be interesting. And then when you hit the wall, what if you just like lost 3? And it just it turns you, I don't know, right or something. That would be interesting, I think. But for now, let's do the parts that we need to do. Okay. So let's add text. Let's call this high score. And then we will make this upper right. And let's just move it down a bit. And then it'll be, say, best 1. And then underneath this, let's create another text. And it'll say current score. Can't spell score, but that's okay. Spelling is for losers anyways, you know. Current. And then we're gonna put this beneath it. And then also let's tone the size down. How's the size when you maximize it? Way too small. So let's make a panel. We're gonna make it, first of all, left. Second of all, make it like 100 by 100. 300 is good. And then let's put both of these in here. And then make the panel itself transparent. It's just used as a box. Just like a grouping object. It's not actually going to have any functionality itself. Okay, then what? I would say oh yeah, I wanted to like expand this. I don't know what to, because when this expands, I want this to be bigger. Auto size? Okay, so don't auto size. Auto size text to fit the available space. It's like kind of what I want, right? I don't really know what the best way to go about this is, but so what if I set that to that? What if I just set all these to this? Yeah, that's not at all what I wanted. Why? Interesting. I find it very interesting that it's like okay, first of all, I feel like this shouldn't be in that. I feel like that's not the best idea. Or what if this is like this, and this is like this? Okay, let's see what happens if we maximize this. Nothing, of course. Why? I don't know how to do this, guys. This is UI is not my forte. I just wanted to like, I wanted to stay in the corner, but also stretch. Is it too much to ask for? Oh my gosh. Okay. Nope, not a chance. All right. Let's see. Why did that happen? Okay, well. All right, let's try something a little bit different. Let's try just separating them. So we're just gonna have this high score, right? If we just set it up there. it always ends up there. Which is good, that's what I want, but I want it to stretch as well. Which is interesting because that's what I kind of did with this, right? So like the smaller I make it, like that stretches to be with it. Yo, Boomstick Steve, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Thanks for the sub, man. But yeah, so this grows with the, like it resizes with the window, which is good. Like that's what I want. But if I move it up here, does it resize with the window there too? Yeah, it does. But then the current score isn't. This isn't growing, right? That's like the problem we're facing. Current score. Oh, hold on, I gotta pull one of these and then go down. And then right, like it's still there. But it's not growing. Now what happens if I set auto size on this? Is it gonna grow it? Oh gosh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. No, it's not. It's not like getting any bigger because it's because this window isn't getting any bigger, right? Like this, even though. So what if I stretch it? I would stretch it with its pivot on the right side. I would stretch it. But that's only gonna make it go big up and down, right? Yeah, but if I go big, it'll make it go big. Yeah, and I want it to be stretched both ways. I want it, you know, I want its position and pivot to be set here. But then I want it to grow. Which is unfortunate because I don't think that's possible. Because if I do this now, it's going to keep going left. What if I set it to always right align? Okay. This might work. I might have figured it out. I don't think it's going to work, to be completely honest with you, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to see. We're going to see. we're left or we're right aligned, so it's always going to be on the right. So let's do the same thing with this guy here. Do that, but make it nice and teeny tiny. In the corner, right align it. Let's do middle align also. Actually, no, I like this being top. And then let's just move these to the side. What is this? Oh, this is the panel? Why is the panel like this, bro? I don't know why this is tremendously big, but okay, so that's theoretically good, right? And then why did that grow? Why did one grow and the other one didn't? Oh, that's why. Not really understanding what's going on here, to be honest with you. So this gets bigger. Why does this grow? They're like not growing at all at the same rate or same anything. It's just a mess, honestly. Like it's just a mess. Why are they like that? I don't understand why. Like, why is this one growing more? They had the same settings, right? Not making a ton of sense, to be honest with you. So what I think the move might be is to take these out. Set it like that. Just gonna get rid of this panel. And then I think they have a different maximum size. Maybe that's what it is. It was because of the maximum size. That could have been it. But that seems like a lot of work to figure out now. Okay. Let's see. What happens if I maximize it? Stays the same. Perfect. That's fine. You know what? We're going to leave it like that. Seems like it's not going to hurt too much. Is there a UI manager? There is on here. Okay. So we're going to do public text. It's like a text mesh pro, probably. Let's call this high score. And then another one, public Texans Pro, not low score, but current score. Public void update high score. Let's do int score. And then let's do the same thing, but instead of high score, it's going to be current score. And then this is going to do high score dot text equals score to string, and this is going to do current score dot text equals score to string. Cool. Perfect. Oh, except for it should actually be best plus that, and then this should be current plus that. All right. So those two are good. Now we just need to make sure we call them. Does this already have the game manager? It doesn't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do private UI manager. Call it and is going to equal find any object of type manager. Then here, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. Instead of UI manager, this is going to be game manager. GM, because I need to manage the actual, like, keeping the high score and then determining if the high score needs to be updated. That all that logic should be done in the game manager. That's game manager stuff right there. There we go. So we'll do game manager dot update current score, and we'll do snagtiles dot count. There we go. And then the game manager, we're gonna do public void update current score int score, and we're gonna have a couple private variables. Private current score equals 1. Private int current score, and then private int high score equals 1. Because you start the game at a length of 1, you have 1 tile to start the game, so that's why they're both set at 1 to begin with. Actually, a couple things here. What we could do is just set this to update score. And then we could do there should be a UI manager, right? Yeah, hold on. Private UI manager. We'll have a here. And then put this statement in the start and do equals that, and then do dot pause. Why not? Oh, what? Object reference is required for the non-static field. So if I just do like this, it's fine. Okay, that's weird, but okay. If I do dot update current score with score, and then if current score is greater than high score, high score equals current score, and then dot update high score. No, actually don't use score at all. Don't use current score at all. Okay. Skip that. And snake, just do this. I think that should be somewhat, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think it should be good. I think it should be alright. Where's the UI manager here? So we'll do high score here. No, even though this is a Text Mesh Pro, it's not gonna let me do that for some reason. Text Mesh Pro. If I just like text, is there not like a name for it or something? Hold on, let me open the docs. Let's see. Text Mesh Pro docs. No, I want the scripting. Oh, here we go. Is there just like a text? It might be... It might be like TMP text. Is that it? Let's see. Hey, there we go. TMP text. That's what I wanted. And I think that's all I need to set. I think so. We'll see, we'll see. There we go. 2, 3. Okay. This is going well. Why is it not? Oh, I guess it was just too small. Come on. No. All right, here we go. Wow, that was brutal. Brutal. It's okay, we're at 11 now. We're cooking, we're cooking. Oh my gosh, guys, we're going so fast. Oh, 22, 22. I literally, it's going way too fast now. Oh my gosh. All right. High score is 24, guys. Beat that. JS. Just saying. Okay, let's do... I did notice that the scores got a little... they do be getting a little short. Also, let's not auto size these. We can crank them up, but also left align them. Let me crank the current score down just a bit. Okay, That should be alright. Now we just need to make another panel. This be the intro panel. And let's make this visible. And then let's say we just gotta change the title and whatnot. So this is Disco Snake. Just increase the width. Okay. And then let's let's copy paste this also. Bring it down. Turn this way down to about there, I would say. Oh, actually, I need room to put the epilepsy warning. Delete this button. Make this button say start. Okay, and then let's go down a bit and let's just make this a tiny bit smaller, and then say epilepsy. That's not how you spell it. Not even close. That's actually embarrassing. Oh, I actually was not that far away. It's just an E instead of an I. Epilepsy, supposedly. Huh, okay, cool. Cool. And then what color do we want to make this? Do we make this like white? Or we can make it red? I feel like it doesn't really go with the vibes. I feel like that's good. It's pretty good. Okay, then this one. It's like, seriously, there are a lot of flashing colors. Please do not play if this will disturb you. Yeah, this needs to be like way smaller size. Okay, hold on. Otherwise, try and eat as many apples as possible, but don't eat ones that aren't your color. Have fun. Cool. The color scheme is definitely a little off. I don't know that I love it, but I think it's gonna be okay. I just need the start button to be labeled correctly. Everything else should also be labeled correctly. Title. Epilepsy warning. And instructions. Okay. The color scheme is definitely a little off. There's definitely some goofiness with the color scheme, but it's all good. It's all good. And then I just need this start button to close the panel. I'm actually going to give it the canvas, and I'm going to put a function in the UI manager that's public void close parent. Transform.parent dot. Wait, what is this? What does this give us? Oh, transform. Okay, so dot game object dot set active false. Boom. Then we can go back here. Hold on. Where's the game manager? Because what does it set timescale to 1? So don't set play there. Okay, well, let's do public void play. No, it's not. That's not at all what I typed. Not even close. And then we can do close parent in here. And then in here, nope, here. Just call eum. Nope. Dot. No, I have to do UI manager dot play. Wait, I'm so confused. Why? I don't know why it does this. It's because I have this set to static. I don't know why I have that set to static. There's not a single reference to this. I should just do you. Okay. I think this will work. I just have to set this to game manager instead. Play. Yeah, what's this intro panel? Why? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, just stay normal size. There you go. That's fine. We don't need to go crazy. All right. So there's an issue here. Which one do you think wasn't set to an instance of an object? Because there's certainly... Like, there's obviously... There obviously is a parent for it, right? Like, I don't know why it's not seeing that there's a parent. Unless there's no transform. That'd be awkward. There's no transform. I don't know. Maybe there's no transform. I guess we'll find out. Oh, it says the transform is the canvas. That is very interesting, considering the fact that it's underneath the intro panel. Alright, so let's do closed panel. And then just do panel. And then here, we're going to do here, public game object, intro panel, intro panel, and let's do move panel. Why? Oh, not close parent, close panel. There you go. That's going to solve all our issues forever and ever. No, it's not. Hold on. We got, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Gotta put this here. I should probably put this there. Alright, now we can do it. There we go. Ah, look at that. Look at that. 12. 12 easy. Ah. Oh my goodness. Guys, 25 is nuts. No! Ah, brutal. Okay. So we got this, we got this. This part definitely is not like disco-y enough, right? I definitely had a different vibe going when I made this part, or like when I made the first one. I wonder if I went like, what if I went like silvery? I don't know if this is gonna work. But it could. Doesn't gotta be this deep. Hold on. And then what's the text color though? And then what's so disabled color should be like that. Highlighted color should be, oh, hold on. Highlighted color I would think should be just a little bit lighter. And then the selected color I would think should just be a little bit darker. And then do the same thing here. Let me do this, and then let's do add inspector tab. And then we can do boom, 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 boom. And then do the exit button, and then just reverse it and copy all these. Probably should have just had like a prefab button for all this, but that's just a lot of work, man. Unlock this. Okay. Let's see how this feels. Also, shouldn't these be in this font? They sure should. They sure should, bro. 100%. 100%. Let's see how this feels now. Alright, alright. Now we're moving. We're grooving now. Oh. Okay. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay, okay. I've lost my footing here. Wow, I am like way off my rocker right now. Not on my top game right now. Alright, alright. Alright, so I need to change the text. Okay. Okay. Couple of things. First of all, lose panel. Just don't expand it. It just looks bad. Then high score. Okay. So that is good. Right? Is there anything else that I thought I was going to do? Okay. Now I want to mess around with a couple things. I want to mess around with particles. What if we just had particles all over the place, just all the time? Lots of particles. Alright, let's take this down here. And then let's also... I just don't want to see... I don't want to see it in the game mentioned, really. Alright, so there's a couple things we gotta modify here. First of all, we can have it loop for now. Emission shape. Let's set it to a sphere. Yep. And then size. Where's the size? These are also small. I feel like these are all really small. It's hard to see what they are. Maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. Is there a size? Is there a size? Start size. Here we go. Will that way down? Okay, so lower that a bunch. And then we want the... it's like a density or... No, I don't want the max particles to be up. I want emission rate to go up. Something like that. Honestly, even like 150 might be good. 200. But then you just do it for like half a second and you don't loop it. Like, yeah, quarter second. Make them faster. Twice as fast. And lower the lifetime to 1/10 of a second. So now what we can do is let's take, can we copy this? No, copy this and in square. Yep, paste it in there. I don't know where it is in relativeness to the square. But if we just do 0, 0, see what happens. What we should be able to do is on the death, so snake, whenever we, I want to do whenever we eat. Whenever we eat an apple, do that. That's what I want to do. Whenever we eat an apple, I want to do that. To know that, do we want to do it on? There's a couple of ways we could do it. We could do it on check tile. There's actually a couple things too, because there's a bunch of different scenarios, right? There's like a handful of different scenarios. We have eat good apple, right? Another one is eat bad apple. Which this is grow. And this is shrink. What else do we have? We also have change color. I kind of want this to be like the whole screen. Oh, what if we just reverse this effect? So what if this goes out and this goes in? Effects. I'm curious now. And this is like the whole screen. This, I don't think is a bad idea. It might be just ridiculous and chaotic, but also that's kind of what I want this game to be. It's just ridiculous and chaotic, so seems like it fits. We would want it to be on check tile. Except there's two different parts here, right? Well, there doesn't have to be two different parts. No. So if we're gonna do a good and a bad effect, one for good tiles, one for bad tiles, we can't set it on the tile, right? We'll need to have two particle effects on the grid itself. So we'll have to do public particle system. Good or like, yeah, we'll say good effect. And then public particle system bad effect. I think I want the good effect to happen where the apple is, but I want the bad effect to happen on the tail where it loses its, where it shrinks. I want it to be where it shrinks. Also, what about apples appearing and disappearing? Should those have effects? And we can't do it on add to snake, right? We like, we have to figure out when to do these. Because on check tile, you know. On check tile, you know if you're eating a good apple or a bad apple. Otherwise, that's the only time you know in the grid itself. That passes it on to the snake, but then the snake does all the logic of, you know, add, remove, remove, or add, remove, or just add. The grid doesn't really know. It doesn't have any insight into that. So how would you tell it to do a certain effect at a certain point in time? If that makes sense. Okay, let's try. I want to try something first. First, I want to try set apple. Is there a way to get the in-game position? Isn't the in-game position X and Y just like the regular X and Y? I think I set it to where that's true. So what if I did... You can't reference an effect, you have to create an effect. So I would have to do instantiate. Position would be pause. it's also instantiate, not whatever I typed. Object original, so let's do good effect. Position. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll do game object effect is going to equal this. Oh, so it produces a particle system. Okay, so what if we, okay, so we can do particle system here. And then you can just do effect dot play. So that actually works. Supposedly. Maybe. Let's try that and see what that does. I don't even know what that's gonna do, so let's see what's up. Let's also take this out of here. I can put it here though. Then grid. Particle system here. Okay. Let's see if this works at all. I don't know if it will, but. Oh, it does work. Okay. This is exciting. Let's do new vector 3, not int. Let's do x plus 0.5, y plus 0.5, 0. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that same effect in every area, and then I'll tweak the effects so that they're not all the same. But I'm gonna get all the effects in place first, and then I'll change the effects. It'll be like an effect placeholder, essentially. I'm actually gonna do public void. No, I'm gonna do public particle system dot spawn effect, and it's gonna actually do this. PS. Why can I not do this? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Oh. There you go. So now we can just do that instead. Spawn effect. Good effect. And then XY. Now when we despawn the apple, same thing. And then I'm gonna do add tile. Okay, let's do all of those. We'll go back here and let's see how this works. Oh, this is great. This is excellent. No, it's definitely gonna crash the game though. Cause let me do it again. I don't think it destroys in the game objects. So what it does is, if I close this, yeah. Look at all of those. It just creates like infinite little thingies. Okay. So to solve that, what I need to do is actually make a just an empty object, and let's call this effect. I'm gonna make this a prefab. I'm gonna put this I don't want another prefab particle system. I just want do this, paste component values. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and delete this. Effect manager. Let's do effect. Yeah, we'll just do that. That'll be fun. If get component particle system oh wait, I just realized that I didn't need to do that at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna delete this. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna add effect onto here. Okay, so if you put a particle system dot, it's like it is stopped, then destroy. Game object. And to make this go a little faster, because I don't want that to be called every time, do particle system, sure. Terrible naming convention, but that's fine. Whatever. I've never named anything with an underscore in this project before, but we'll start now. Why not? No, I can't do that. That's criminal. Like, is it good? naming convention. Yeah, but not consistent for this project, so we're not doing that. So now let's try this again. And it shouldn't be leaving thingies everywhere, which is good. Perfect. So yep, it creates a bunch of things, but okay. Awesome. Awesome. So what I might have to do is do snake. I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna do a couple things here. I'm gonna add some helper methods in here just to make this a little clearer. So we're gonna do private grow. Sorry, private void grow. I'm gonna do private void shrink. Not privezati, just private. And then what should we call it when we go, when we just move? We don't we don't grow or shrink. Call it maintain or something. That's a really weird method, but it's a really weird name, but we'll do that. And then I think this should be fine. Let's do okay. This is maintain. Whoops. Right there. Vector int 2. Nope, vector 2 int. Maintain new position. Then get that out of there, grow. New position. Do that. And this should just be position. Okay. So now we just have, you know, shrink, maintain, grow. That works. But now what I think the move is to say, okay, grow. think we do play grow animation. Is that what we would do? Do we have like a tile manager maybe? Or like an effect manager? Do we do all of this in the tile manager? Huh. I wonder what if we did it all in the tile handler? Private, and then do like when you spawn an apple. Yeah, just do spawn effect, good effect, XY. The only thing is we don't have... Yeah, I don't like the reference back to the tile handler. But I mean, I got like it'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so then if we do public void spawn good effect. Do this, then it would just spawn effect. Good effect XY. Okay. Let's comment this out, which means comment this, comment this, comment this, comment this. Now in Snake, just on grow, let's go th dot spawn good effect. Pause X, pause Y. Do the same thing for shrink. But do it on remove square, on the second square. I think this is right. I think this is right. So we're adding that square. Then we're gonna move this one. Then we're gonna remove this one. And then we're gonna do this. Grow, we're just gonna do this. And then do that. This, we're gonna do that and that. Okay. I don't even know what I did anymore. I just changed so many things. There should be one in despawn too. All right, let's try it out. See what's up. Waffle, say hi. Say hi. Good to say hello. Say hi. Okay, you can lay back down now. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Try it again. Oh, I lose. That was brutal. That was so brutal. Okay. Here we go. Now we're talking. All right. There's definitely some like ghost apples that like spawn but don't spawn, which is really weird. Maybe they're despawning. Maybe that's what it is. It's like not enough. Oh my gosh, guys. Ah! 28 is the best score. There we go. New PR, new PR. Easy, easy, easy. Should be fine now. Okay. what do we want to do? There's a couple problems. Most notably, let's see. Most notably is set apple. I'm gonna set this to return a Boolean. Wow. And then here, return true. And then here, return false. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Then if you're able to spawn then do that. That way you only spawn the effect if you're able to create an apple, which makes sense. That should change. That should help with like the ghost apple creations or whatever. It's just like, I don't know why, but it doesn't feel like it's enough, which is weird to say because it's like, I don't know, doing stuff all the time. Like there's so many little effects, so it's weird to say that it doesn't feel like it's enough, but it doesn't. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I need. I think having the big effect will help. I think having a big effect when we I think a big effect when we change color will really help. Okay. I starting to accumulate an idea. What if anytime, whenever it changes color, or you could probably even set it to where this is just continuously going. And the sprite changes based on the color of the background. Okay, so what if I did render mode, oh, is this the material one? Can I not just put a sprite in here? Come on, let me put a sprite in here. All right, what if You would also have to... Where's the emission? You have to change the emission to do way more, I think. Look, I think you'd want it to be way denser than this. And then you'd have to find some way to set the color based on the current. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can get the color of a tile. Cause what is this? Spawn effect, apple despawn, change snake color, right? And I don't know if you can do, cause it's what if you could do some sort of like public color dot. But see, that's the thing, is you can't do that. You can't get the color because the tiles aren't just a color. Hold on, let me stop this. The tiles aren't just a color. The tiles are sprites, right? You can't just get like, you can't just get the color, unfortunately. You'd have to get the sprite, and now I have to figure out how do I... Hold on. Unity 2D, how to put a sprite in a particle system. Yes, you have to create a material for the sprite. I mean, we can try doing this. It never works. I swear it never works, bro. Let's follow the first set of instructions I see. Create material. Okay. Well, let's just say like... Let's say cyan. In the select the newly created material in the inspector, change its shader to one suitable for particles such as particles standard unlit. Shader particle standard unlit. And now you're gonna want try and take this and put it somewhere. Drag your imported sprite from the project window into the albedo or texture slot. That doesn't, unfortunately, that doesn't work. Oh, you need the whole texture. Okay, hold on. I'm curious. So, what you're telling me, if I'm understanding this correctly, is, hold on, let me open this. What you're telling me is I need to make each one of these a texture individually. That is what I'm hearing. This is actually like hurting my eyes. Holy Christmas. Yeah, so I'm just gonna fill this. So we're gonna do save. Let's save this as a. Oh, I don't want this to be over here. Let's save this in the sprite as a Photoshop image, and this is gonna be pink texture. And I guess we just do the same thing with all of them. So it's gonna be lime texture. And as a Photoshop image. Save as cyan texture. Photoshop image. Save as orange texture. Blue. Also, the good thing is we can change these a little bit. That is also really good. So if I want them to just be, if I don't want them to be the exact same as the background, I can just go in and lighten them all up a little bit. Which is good, because that makes it a lot easier. I did not mean to say this. I set this one as a Krita file instead of a instead of a Photoshop image, I saved it as a, now I gotta do file save as. Instead of a Photoshop image, saved as a Krita file. Okay. Actually, let's just do this. And this is green texture. And last but not least is the red one. Okay. And yeah, curious, if I decide to do this and fill it and save it, I think that works. Okay. Now let's go back here. I'm gonna create a new folder and call this materials and textures. I don't know what this is, but we're just gonna get rid of all that. Just gonna throw that all in there. What is all this, bro? What, is there a memory leak? What? Was it that? I think it was that. I think that was the issue. But let's go in here. I'm gonna set this to this instead. And then there we go. There we go. So now what we need to do is just create a bunch of these. I actually don't know how many we need, but let's go blue and put the blue texture there. Green and put green there. Lime and put lime in there. Orange. Pink. Purple. Okay, so we don't need this one. It was so close. Red. Okay. Now we need to, I'm gonna go to prefabs. I want to make this a prefab. And we're going to call this cyan screen effect. And then I'm going to should be able to find a variant. There should be an option to create a variant. Maybe copy. Is there an easier way to create variants, or like a specific way? Unity prefab variants. Let's see. If you want to reuse a prefab with different settings and configurations, Unity saves it as a prefab variant. For example, you can use prefab variants to create different types of enemy characters. See, crap. Oh, yeah, that's it. I mean, that's what I wanted to do. Create prefab variant. There we go. So just make this one blue. And for the material, put it over here for a second and do sprites, materials, and textures. Just lock this in. and then go back here. Go here. And then you can do blue texture, or blue there. And so we could just do a couple of these, prefab variant. Green. What's next? Lime. And then orange. Pink, right? Purple. And last but not least, red. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna create a folder and call this effects. Put all those in there. Now, what? Now what? We need a way to map a way to map each tile to a effect. What I should probably do is have a... Ooh, okay, so I could use a scriptable object, I think. And that'll just like house data for me. I haven't really used scriptable objects before, which is like, honestly, really surprising. But also, I think this is going to be a project for Wednesday. We made a lot of good progress today, guys. I think the rest of it is going to be made Wednesday. So, I appreciate y'all for hopping on here with me, joining for me for the ride. I think Wednesday will be our last day with this game, to be honest with you. We made really, really good progress today. We did a lot of things. We got a lot of effects going. I think we just need to fine-tune the effects. Get them where we want them, how we want them, and we'll be in good shape. So that sounds good to me. My mind is like going through all the things, like all the different ways that I could and possibly should structure the effects and how they should work. Because it probably should be one effect and then dynamically assign the material would be a lot better. Probably. But again, I still need to map the tiles to materials, yada yada yada. So again, we'll figure that out Wednesday. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Come back on Wednesday if you want to see, hopefully, the last stages of this game development. So have a good night, guys. See ya.